Good morning, everyone. It's Marty Harger, and today I want to help you explore the roots of yoga with me. And I want to ask you a question to start, which is where is your yoga practice taking you? Now, today I want to tell you about a really exciting opportunity that I have for you. And I also want to talk to you about turmeric essential oil, which comes from the very place where the roots of yoga were created, and that is the country of India. So this November, I am leading personally escorting a group for women, and we are going on a Northern India spiritual exploration trip. It's a 13-day, 12-night program, and it has been something I've personally curated to make sure that it's an incredible experience for whoever chooses to attend. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this trip, because if you are a yogi and you're someone who loves doTERRA essential oils, then you're on a path of personal growth and exploration, and that's really what my trip is all about. This group is going to be exploring northern India, so landing in New Delhi and moving up through Agra, through Haridwar, and up into Rishikesh. And over the course of time, we're going to get an opportunity to practice yoga on the Ganga River. We're going to get a chance to explore Ayurvedic practices such as treatments, palmistry. We're going to be talking about essential oils and aromatherapy. We'll be understanding more about the spiritual practices that make India the most amazing place to visit, regardless of your beliefs and faith, that truly the spirit of this country comes through the soil and into your being. And I promise you that as a trip of a lifetime, to join me in exploring delicious vegetarian food, but you're going to get a really amazing opportunity to look at the culture in a small group environment that's very safe and super comfortable. I've put together a tour that I really think you're going to love, and I hope that you'll give this some consideration. It's important to me when I travel that I have some of the comforts with me, but as I look at my yoga practice and I try to identify where and how might I explore deeper levels of understanding about the practice of yoga and my own personal practice. And what I've found is when I had an opportunity to travel to India, I've always found that I get this incredible time to really process my experiences, not just here where I live, but also as I travel to pick up little nuances and information that come to me both, coming to me from talks that people give, coming to me from the environment that I'm in, through observation, through aromatically what's coming at me, being able to witness what is going on and how people truly live a yogic lifestyle. This is a part of life in India. This is not a separate thing one goes to do. This is how people show up. And it's so fascinating because honestly, it puts a completely different perspective on what it is that you may be studying. If you are someone who's gone through a yoga teacher training, as I have, we get a chance to learn different kinds of information, but some of it just swims around out there. And to put all of it into perspective has been such a beautiful thing, and exploring truly the roots of yoga. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, on this post I have a link to my website that explains my Northern India spiritual exploration. And I'm talking to you all about this Facebook page. You have an interest in yoga, you have an interest in essential oils, you have an interest in deepening your own understanding of yourself and your place in this world. And I truly encourage you to think about the idea of joining me this fall in November for 2 weeks in India and having an amazing experience. Now, I want to tie that into an essential oil that doTERRA sources from India and southern Nepal, which is the turmeric essential oil. Now, sometimes we think about, why would we use turmeric aromatically? It's a very, very powerful oil, but it's a beautiful aroma. And as a bright golden yellow color, this oil to me truly represents what I want to talk to you about today in yoga, which is that it's the oil of restoration. And offering this to your yoga students or to yourself, you're going to get a chance to really tap into the true roots of this plant. This is a root that we get the essential oil from. It's a tuber. In fact, it is an oil whose chemistry is primarily tumerones. And I want you to really think about that word, tumerones. So what would we use it for physically? Tumerones. Okay, now moving on from that, one of the reasons that turmeric essential oil is so popular is because it does so many things. So turmeric essential oil is a very, very powerful antioxidant. Right now, around the world, antioxidant protection is incredibly important. This is a beautiful oil to apply to your feet. It is an oil that you can use in your yoga practice and teach people in a classroom setting about the value of this oil. What I love about turmeric, I take a couple drops of this every morning. Now, some people use the soft gel version that doTERRA has created where they put a few drops into a capsule. It's a wonderful tool for cardiovascular health. It's a beautiful oil that is going to help support natural tissue growth and support in your body. Now, we all need support for healthy tissue. So this is one of the main reasons that turmeric is such a popular oil and herb that you hear about. But as an oil version versus the herb, this is so many times more powerful. I would encourage you to look at its benefits in neurological support, how it helps to preserve neurological tissue, the nervous system and its responses in the body. If you know people who are challenged with neurological response, making a topical application of the turmeric essential oil as well as internal use could be a really benefit to them. It also is an oil that is excellent for healthy brain function. So if you have any challenges in those arenas, I would encourage you to think about how you can incorporate turmeric essential oil in either, again, the liquid form by using it internally, a drop, under the tongue, taking it as a soft gel that doTERRA offers, or considering the turmeric essential oil to use topically on the body, making maybe a blend with it, making diluting it and using it on the feet each day. It's a really powerful oil and it's an excellent, excellent one to incorporate into your well-being. But let's talk about what it does aromatically for your emotional health and well-being. A piece of our yoga story is how do we get to the root of what's going on for us. When we show up on the yoga mat, a lot of us find that it takes a moment or two to really get connected to that environment from wherever we came in from. So what I would say to you is this turmeric essential oil is a beautiful oil to begin a practice, whether for yourself, if you self-apply this, or you're going to be teaching a class. Turmeric is an oil emotionally, the oil of restoration, help restore who we are, get to the roots of our being and bring that back up inside of us to increase our confidence, to increase our belief, to help us be grounded and present in that moment, to build resilience. Now think about it, what it does physically and how that connects to this emotional value. Building resilience in the body by supporting all of the core functions of neurology, immune system, digestive support, brain function, looking at all of the ways turmeric helps us physically, it helps us emotionally. It helps us create courage and strength to really root ourselves down. So if you're looking at when and how to incorporate turmeric into your practice, I would suggest this is a great oil to start with and potentially to use in Shavasana to really help root in all of what you have just transpired in your practice, what has come about in this time. It is an oil of courage. If you are somebody who needs more reinforcement in your root chakra, this is a beautiful oil to incorporate. So turmeric essential oil, again, sourced from India and southern Nepal. It is one of doTERRA's co-impact sourcing oils that's making a huge difference in lifting others out of poverty and providing them with valuable job creation and income that lets them educate themselves, clothe themselves, house themselves, have food that's healthy and nutritious. This is important, guys. So it's not just about you, it's about how you impact the world with what you're doing. And I would encourage you to think about getting back to the roots of your yoga practice, incorporating the turmeric essential oil. I should probably bring that up closer. And think about whether joining me in India this year is the right choice for you. Please take a look at my program. I would love to help you discover truly the roots of India and help you deepen and enhance your practice with the doTERRA essential oils and getting to the homeland of where all of this began for all of us. So thank you for joining me today. Wishing you a beautiful day. Namaste.